Let's get into the trending topics this morning. AFCON is the big talking point. So congratulations, Senegal and Morocco. Those are the teams in the finals. So I'm really happy for Morocco. I mean, a host nation in the finals, so good luck. And then, of course, Sadio Mane scoring that winner for Senegal yesterday. So let's see what happens.
Yeah,
I mean, you did. I didn't hear you predict it, but you predicted that apparently.
Oh, no. The people know it was
They know.
predicted.
So okay, if I take you further, who's going to get this?
It's going to be... I think Senegal has been the best team for me throughout the tournament.
Okay.
They've been very consistent. But of course, Morocco carrying the hopes of a nation, and they've got home ground advantage. Imagine that stadium being full to capacity, and it's going to be quite something. But I wouldn't write off Senegal.
No.
Let me think about it a little bit more.
Okay, we'll let her think about it.
It wasn't champagne football, but yeah. That's how it ended.
They end. Those are our two finalists. Okay, so that's the big one, AFCON. What else is there? Nigeria. Of course, we know that Nigeria played Morocco on that one.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you know, Nigeria and South African supporters on the social media pages are one of the funniest things to follow, because they will have a right royal go at one another. And of course, Nigeria was saying that they're going to win AFCON because they're not going to the World Cup. So, you know, the jabs have started, and the Ghanaians also kind of gotten into it because there was a Ghanaian referee officiating. So, yeah,
it's very funny.
Because they were saying before the match, the Nigerians were saying Ghanaian jollof is better than Nigerian jollof. You know, trying to somehow garner favor with the ref. It didn't work, but yeah, they're out.
They are out, and you are right about that banter between South Africans and Nigerians. I don't know who's funnier.
The funniest thing.
Nigeria or South Africans. I obviously selfishly tend towards the South Africans, but Nigerians, you've also got us. You really do. Okay, next one, ad hoc committee. I mean, that one. We see back to business on that front, and it was General Patlane that was on the hot seat yesterday, and I mean there was a lot that came out of it. In fact, we've got an interview in the next hour that will be not next hour, the final hour of the program, that will be looking deeper into the ad hoc committee and what was said there by General Patlane.
It was very interesting, rather frustrating start. You know, it took a while to get going, but also tempers seemed frayed, and General Patlane seemed intent on coming to set his side of the story and make that clear. But I must say, in how things progressed, I couldn't help but think of something that Aubrey Mashikli once said. We should resist the temptation to think of this as good guys and bad guys, and just keep our wits about us and not be distracted, and rather think of it as angels with horns and devils with halos.
Ah, yes. Okay. Now I remember that, actually. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, we leave that there. And then the final one, of course, is DJ Warras. Warras is trending. I think the big development there was that the magistrate in that, Annalisa Klape, ordered that the video footage obtained from the butchery across the crime scene be brought to court in that murder case. And I mean, there's a whole story on that one, and that certainly is a big one, and we'll see more of the developments coming out on that case. And we've got a great report. I think Griselda Lewis is busy on that one. She was at the Joburg court hearing how Majola as well staked out the area with two other men, including the alleged shooter, while the popular DJ was trying to install security upgrades in the hijacked building where he was killed last year. And this is evidence from the officer there, the investigating officer. So there's a lot, and they're opposing Majola's bail.
And it's been interesting because the Twitterati seem to believe, because you would remember early on it was said that the shooter was a man with short dreadlocks, and everyone was like, but Majola never had dreadlocks. You can go into his social media profiles. But on Tuesday, I think it was revealed that Majola, the police on his phone, found details of DJ Warras's and of his partner, you know, registration, address, all of those things. And it would seem that he is linked through a woman with whom he has a relationship, a girlfriend essentially, who may have been the one who brought him into this whole thing. But of course, also yesterday revealing that, you know, he's a father of 12 children. and between the ages of 3 and 21, and
man.
you know, these are the children need to take care of. Of course, this is a bail application
Yeah.
hearing, so all
Yeah.
of these things will be
They're
ventilated.
all coming out. Okay, so let's just hope for justice. That's all we can say. Okay, those are the trending topics.